Are you stuck in the higher divisions of eFootball, even though you have a team full of high-rated players? You keep changing your strikers, changing your formation, changing your manager, but the results are still the same? Then maybe you're looking at the wrong part of your team. Because the secret to winning consistently isn't always your attack, it's your midfield. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how the right midfield combination can completely change the way your team defends, wins the ball, and launches attacks. And I'll explain why this 4-3-1-2 long ball counter midfield setup can be so effective in the higher divisions. So let's break it down. A lot of players spend most of their time choosing the best strikers, wingers, and attacking players. But when you reach the higher divisions, simply having high-rated attackers isn't enough. The midfield is where games are won and lost. Take this 4-3-1-2 long ball counter setup as an example. I'm using 2 DMFs, 1 CMF, and 1 AMF. And there is a very specific reason for this combination. First, let's talk about the 2 defensive midfielders. Your DMFs need to give you defensive stability. When you lose possession, they have to be in a position to slow down the opponent's counterattack. They also need to win those important second balls. And this is extremely important with long ball counter, because when your forwards compete for a long ball, the second ball often drops into midfield. If your midfielders are positioned correctly, you can immediately win that ball and launch another attack. Now comes the CMF. I don't want a midfielder who only attacks. I want a player who can connect both sides of the pitch, carry the ball forward, support the defense, and still have enough stamina to perform during the entire match. Then we have the AMF. This is probably the most important attacking link in this formation. Your AMF needs to find space between the opponent's midfield and defense. When you win possession, the AMF becomes the connection between your midfield and your 2 forwards. And this is where the formation becomes dangerous. You win the ball, DMF finds the AMF, AMF turns, and suddenly you have 2 forwards running beyond the defensive line. That transition happens incredibly fast. But here's the important part. Don't choose your midfielders only because they have a 105 or 106 overall rating. Look at their defensive awareness, ball winning, physical contact, stamina, passing, speed, and player style. You need midfielders who actually fit your playing style. If you constantly lose possession in the center, improve your ball-winning ability. If you're struggling to create chances, choose a better AMF. And if you're constantly getting countered, strengthen your DMF positions. The perfect midfield isn't about having the highest-rated players. It's about having the right combination of players who complement each other. Because once your midfield starts controlling the second balls, transitions, and defensive shape, your entire team becomes more dangerous. So before you change your striker, before you change your manager, look at your midfield. Because in higher division eFootball, control the midfield, control the game. So remember, in higher division eFootball, it's not always about having the best rated players. It's about building a midfield that can defend, win the ball, control the tempo, and create the perfect transition into attack. If you found this tactical breakdown useful, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more eFootball formations, tactics, player combinations, and tips to help you reach the next division. And let me know in the comments, what midfield formation are you using right now? Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next match. Good luck, and keep winning.